It's officially postseason for the SENEX Short Track Championship Series. The series was a new addition to MRL, joining us through our league partnership program. This season was pretty exciting from what we saw on Shaggy TV. I've caught up with season one, three-time champion, Keith Kincaid. You don't often hear season one, three-time champion. Keith, first off, congratulations on sweeping all three championships this season. For those that don't know, the SENEX series with MRL is more of a closed gate community. There are some requirements to get in. Keith, can you start us off by telling us, one, what is the SENEX Short Track Championship Series?
Yeah, so this is a group of like-minded racers. It's age restricted, so we all have to be 50 plus. So it really makes for a great group of guys for racing. We focus on mainly short track racing with two disciplines. So we race asphalt late models and also the dirt pro late models. So it's a very diverse season of racing, and you got to be ready for everything.
From what I saw in the lineup in that schedule when I was talking to Joe when he first brought this to me, it was a challenging schedule. So when you first joined the SENEX Short Track Championship Series, did you ever imagine looking at that schedule and seeing that your season would have turned out like this?
Well, I'd like to say, yeah, I knew I had it in the bag, but that was far from the case. I had done iRacing back around 2011. I just had like a cheap wheel at my office desk, and I didn't really have time to devote to it back then. So I only ran a handful of races. So kind of fast forward to November of last year, a friend of mine brought up online racing, and that just kind of planted the seed, and I dove back in head first. So this time, I went more serious. I purchased a dedicated rig, nicer equipment, did a little hosted racing. Then I found the MRL Trackmaster series after doing one of their recruitment races. So I ran the first season with them, and I struggled a little bit with setup, and a couple guys in there really helped me out behind the scenes. And I ran somewhat competitive, but I wasn't in contention for the win, but ended up seventh in points. So but that really showed me what league racing could be like. Unfortunately, I had to miss their second season, so I continued to practice and kind of work on my racecraft, and it finally all just came together. So and it took a while for those real world race experiences I had to get put it together with the virtual world. So I used that experience with the SENEX group, and it was just a phenomenal season.
Absolutely. You We didn't go over this before, but do you mind telling us what real world experience you bring to the table?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I actually started out in go-karts when I was around 8 years old and ran karts for, I don't know, maybe 10 years, and then we moved up to legend cars, ran legend cars with, Brooks& and Dunn's at Nashville, the Metal Rodeo, did some dirt track racing with the IMCA modifieds, B modifieds, went back to asphalt and ran a little bit of everything from, late model super truck type style racing, along with dwarf cars, mini cups, mod lights, outboard sprints. So a little bit of everything over the years.
Jack of all trades for sure. Wow, I did not know that background about you. That's awesome. So, being somebody that's so diverse in the real world, and you've run pretty much everything you could out there, um, in the SENEX League, you competed in both the dirt and the asphalt, obviously, throughout the season. How different was your approach to each of those individual surfaces? And did you feel more natural on one than the other?
I don't know if I'd say I approached each discipline differently. They just, had their own different challenges, like tire management and pit strategy on the asphalt side. And then on the dirt side, it was the ever changing track conditions that you had to adapt to throughout the race night. I've kind of joked around with the guys, and I've told them, asphalt's for getting to the track and dirt is for racing. But in all reality, I love both forms of racing, and I feel right at home on the asphalt or letting it all hang out on the dirt.
Absolutely, that's awesome. I've heard that a couple times. So, speaking about the series and the guys, this series has absolutely been praised all season for the close racing, the strong driver roster, definitely the camaraderie amongst the group. How would you describe that competition level that you faced from dirt to asphalt to even in the Discord? What's this group of guys like?
Yeah, top notch would be how I would describe it. This group of guys, they're all competitive and they're fast on the track. Normally in racing, the one or two guys are going to be fast every weekend. But with this group, any one of them could be knocking on your rear bumper at the next race. They definitely push me to evolve and elevate my racing every single week. But above all, these guys, they drive clean on the track. I mean, there was so much mutual respect shown this year. I'm blown away by the quality of racers the SENEX League was able to attract, in their very first season. This group of racers, it's what made this league so special and such a success.
I can fully agree. I was welcomed in and allowed to be a guest driver in the last race of the season, Nashville Fairgrounds, and the competitive side of the field. Some of you guys were really fast. Another side of the field was I've never been raced so clean on iRacing in my life. I mean, guys were so respectful. They didn't just hand you the line, but they were just so
Oh no.
respectful with the way that they raced you. If they knew that, man, I just can't make this outside work. I'm not gonna burn your stuff up trying to race you. So let's work this out. Let's get this sorted out so we both make the end of the race. And it was really exciting for me to be able to partake in that and see firsthand exactly what you guys have been talking about all season. So really excited about that. I want to move on and talk
Definitely.
about your championships here. So winning one title is an accomplishment, that's for sure. But winning all three is huge. Um, is there any one championship that means the most to you personally?
Yeah. And, it has to be the overall combined championship. It's just, such a challenge to switch between such diverse cars and track types. I lean, heavily on my experience from years of the real world racing on both dirt and asphalt. And I think that is what contributed so much to my success. I want to take this second, I want to thank my parents though, for all the support that they provided me as a kid and young adult chasing my racing goals over the years. I might not have made it, got the right opportunities or made it to the very top, but I wouldn't trade those experiences for anything. And those nights at the dirt track late and, asphalt on Sundays, that's what helped me this season, all that experience, and, sim racing here with the SENEX group, it's been an amazing experience. It's allowed me to, experience that racing fix, so to speak, that I've been missing. And the season has been more than just, winning a championship. It's been the close battles on the track and the friendships that's been forged off the track. This season, it has to be some of the most fun I've ever had racing in any form.
That's really that's awesome to hear that link back. I want to round us out here with one final question. And it may tie into a community memo that went out um, at the middle of the month here. But looking ahead, what are your goals for next season? For season two of Senex, are you planning to defend this now titled Triple Crown of Championships? Or are we going to see you chasing down something new?
I think I'll definitely try to defend the Triple Crown. This group of racers make every week challenging and fun. I just can't think of a better group of guys to battle with on the track. Those friendships I made this season, they're something very special to me. And I've definitely found the new sim racing home here at MRL with the SenX group. But I'm not going to say I'm not going to dabble in some of the other MRL offerings and, try to broaden my racing scope.
Absolutely. Well, we definitely want to see you on more on the MRL side and getting your toes wet, you could say, in the other leagues. We openly welcome you. And Keith, I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me here for just a quick interview. To close us out, do you have any additional thank yous or sponsors you want to shout out on this video before we close out our little get
Yeah.
together here?
Yeah, sure, Kyle. Yeah, first and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. It's through Him that all things are possible. And I also want to thank MRLU for hosting the SENEX League and, giving us this platform to race. And I can't say enough good things about Rob and Joe with the SENEX League. It was an amazing first season with those guys. I want to thank each and every racer that came out to race with us this season. You guys are amazing, and you contributed more than you will ever know to the league's success and the enjoyment of all those involved. My parents, as I mentioned earlier, supporting me in everything that I've raced over the years. It's their support and example in life that's made me the person and racer I am today. Got to give a shout out to my smoking hot wife, Natasha, for putting up with my crazy racing adventures over the years. She truly is the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. And my two kids, Maylee and Owen, I love you guys both so much. It's been an outstanding season, and I can't wait to get back on the track for season 2 of the SENEX Short Track Championship.
Well, Keith, I appreciate you again hopping on this quick interview here with MRL. I'm Kyle. Looking forward to season 2 of the SENEX Short Track Championship Series. For anybody else that's looking to join the series, if you're 50 and older, visit racemrl.com/SENEX. If you're looking for any other racing, whether it be mod racing, possibly some dirt racing coming up, late models, super late models, and street stocks, this fall, we got it all for you. Visit racemrl.com.